Welcome to Motivation for Success. Hoping you enjoy this video.
I heard somebody talk about the importance of education, and education is critical. You have to be educated. You have to be well read. You got to be well versed. There's no way around it. I'm going to make a statement. I don't know how it's going to fly in this room, but here I go. Education is not the most important thing in your life. It's not. I spoke at a school one time and I said that the principal of the school came up and had me removed from the stage. I was just trying to help his students. Education is not the most important thing. Do you know how many people I know with education that ain't working? You know how many people I know with degrees ain't got no job? Do you know how many people I know with multiple degrees ain't making no money? The single most important thing in your life is your dream. It's your dream. It's what you dream about. It's in your Bible. It says a man without a dream or vision shall perish. It don't mention education in the Bible. The University of Jamaica is not in the Bible. Harvard is not in the Bible. The Bible says a man without a dream or vision shall perish. If you got no dream, if you got no vision, you're sunk. You're done. I'm sorry. I'm just giving you the basics of how to be successful. This is how I got here. 1968, came off school off of a summer vacation. I'm 10 years old. The assignment the teacher had was everybody in the school class write your name on a piece of paper and what you want to be when you grow up. I wrote on my paper, I want to be on TV. That's what I wrote. That lady said, turn in your papers. She went around the room, called everybody's name up. You had to stand while she read your paper. She read off everybody's name. She saved me for last. She said, little Stevie, come to the front. I'm thinking, okay, this is it. I ain't never had a gold star in school in my life. I've never been recognized for academic achievements in my life. I've never got an award of any kind in my life. Here I come, little Stevie coming to the front. But I was poor. I had to wear my brother's clothes to school because I didn't have a comfortable beginning.
This text is suspended by the nail holes of two words. So, will he throw it down and start over again? Will he walk away and be frustrated? Will he give in and present it broken? We don't know. The jury is out. The so means that the jury is out. And so all of a sudden we come face to face with this moment in time where we are waiting on an answer, and we are waiting on the premise of a word, S-O. No wonder the Bible, somebody say so. Somebody say so. Somebody say so. No wonder the Bible said, let the redeemed of the Lord say. 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 That is how we got redeemed. We got redeemed in the silent sermon of God, where God is making a judicial decision about someone who is obviously guilty and something has happened. Can I go deeper? The silence is pervasive. How long will the jury be out? I cannot tell. I cannot tell how long the jury will be out. I do know that God told Abraham, I'm going to bring your children into Egypt, and I'm going to bring them out with great substance. And I do know that they went in 430 years, and at the end of 30 years they went from being guests to being slaves, and for 400 years they were enslaved in Egypt, and for 400 years God said nothing. 400 years they were suspended on a sword. I do know that from the book of Malachi to the gospel of St. Matthew, God again gives us 400 years of canonical silence, and for 400 years we're suspended on a soul. I do know that Christ was crucified on the cross no different than the thieves beside him, and on Friday the gospel was suspended, and on Saturday the gospel was suspended, but early Sunday morning God came and took us out of suspension and responded with his decision when he raised him from the dead. So he made it again. another vessel. He made it again another vessel. He made it again another vessel. Now he has done something that is miraculous. You can either make it or you can make it another, but only God can make it again another. You can either make it or you can make another one. You can bake a cake, and if it goes bad, you can either go ahead and serve it or you can make another one. Once you baked it, you can't remake it, but only God can make the same cake again another. It is it, but it's not it. It is the same, but it's not the same. All of this is point 3, the potter's choice. At God's choice, he made it again another. It is me, but it's not me. I am the same, but I'm not the same. He made it again another. I am another. People who knew you before, they come to you looking for it, and you have to tell them I'm another. I look like it, but I'm another. He made it again another. That is redemption. He made it again another. Blind Bartimaeus was the same, and yet he was another. The woman at the well was the same, and yet she was another. The woman with the issue of blood was the same, and yet she was another. Over and over and over again, we see the chain. The lame man was at the pool of Bethesda, was the same, but yet he was another. The 10 lepers were the same, and yet they were another. The crippled man who was carried by 4 was the same, and yet he was another. Jesus was in the upper room. He was the same, and yet he was another. You are the same, and yet you are another. God can make it again.
You say, oh John, you look so natural when you do that. Of course I'm natural. I've done this 12 times. Oh, I wish you could have seen me in the beginning. I was nervous. I wasn't natural. Practice. Oh yes. I was over at Jack Nicklaus's house one afternoon. We were doing some putting in his green in his backyard. And I said, Jack, I've watched you make all kind of pressure putts to win major championships. Did you feel the pressure? And he smiled and said, not really. How could you have such an important putt and not have the pressure? He said, well, you have to understand, when I had that 7-foot putt, had a little break to the right. He said, to be honest with you, I've done that putt about 10,000 times. And then he said, practice gives confidence. Thank you, Jack. The rule of 5 says you got to practice leadership. Oh, I wish I had time. Okay. I don't have time, so I'm going on, because the last one's important. But before I give you the last one, we got to review the first 4, okay? Get your axe out, gang. Get your axe out. We got 4 things to do. You got your axe? Come on. We got a tree here, huh? We got a tree. Okay. Well, when I pick up that axe, my first swing, the first thing I do is, in my rule of 5, every day I pick up that axe, and the second thing I do every day absolutely, and I pick up that axe, and the third thing I do is every day and that's right, and I pick up that axe, and the fourth thing I do every day is, oh, you are so stinking good. Every day, number 5, I intentionally grow. Every day. Every day I intentionally grow. Oh my goodness. Every day, I intentionally grow. This is huge. If you'll just hang with me, can you give me? If you'll just give me. Can I have 5? If I have 5 more minutes, okay? 5 more minutes. Okay. No, there are other things on the program, and I don't. I'm not wanting to disrespect anybody or the program. So if you could just, okay. So just, this is important right here. This is important because every day I intentionally grow. Are you with me? This. Hey, in 1977, I wrote this. It's laminated. Yeah, it's my prized possession because I wasn't in a growth environment. I wasn't lucky like you. I didn't belong to an organization named by Silas. I didn't belong to an organization that is an amazing organization that's breaking all kind of records. I didn't get to go on the rocket ride. I wasn't on a ride. I was on a donkey. And that ass wasn't going anywhere. My organization's theme song was, I shall not be moved. And they weren't. And all of a sudden I decided I wanted to be a success, but I didn't have peers like you to help me be successful. I didn't have leaders like you have to help me be successful. I didn't have an organization like you have to be successful. I didn't have strategy like you and training like you to be successful. I didn't have any of that. And so I'm a kid and I said, I want to be successful. And I knew that I had to create a growth environment, and I wasn't in a growth environment. And so how do I create a growth environment when you aren't in a growth environment? The people that I was with, their idea of progress was moving backwards slowly.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe not to miss the next videos.